Hello, everybody. Hello. It is on the hairy edge of going to be 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, whatever time that is in your time zone. So I just wanted to go live a half a minute early before we start. And I see we got some faces, some eyeballs already here, so that is great. My name is Camille Leon. I am the founder and hi big muckety muck here at the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. I guess that's not really my technical title, but we'll go with it for today. There has been a last minute hiccup switcheroo. We've all been around for the last couple of years, so we do know that sometimes hiccups happen. And this morning we received notice that Jill Lublin, who was our guest expert, is not feeling well. So I will be sharing, based on my experience, getting publicity for the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. And the good news is I have had coaching with Jill, so I bring some of her top tips to this topic. And we will be sending a follow-up email to those of you who registered, so you will also have information about Jill and her offer. Before I get into the thick of it, I also want to mention that this is a 30-minute overview. We won't have time to answer specific questions. I'm going to give you the bones of what you need to know for fastest growth, especially in the arena of publicity. If you want personal attention, all of our members have easy access for more custom support. Let's get this kicked off with two questions. We would like your comments in the thread, whatever platform you're watching on. Some of you are probably on LinkedIn, some are on Facebook, some of you might even be on YouTube. Wherever you are, feel free to add a comment. Where are you based? And since we're talking about publicity today, what message do you want to share with the world? Is your publicity focus about a product or a service that you really love? Is it about a cause? Are you creating a movement? Whatever it is, where are you based and what message do you want to share with the world? Why is publicity going to make a difference for you? Now, just quickly, for those of you who are why listen to Camille? I thought I was going to be listening to Jill. Why listen to Camille? So, hey, Alice, nice to see you here from the East Coast. When I started the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, there wasn't one. There wasn't one in LA. There wasn't one in California. There wasn't one in Florida. Nowhere in Canada, much less the rest of the world. So, how do I get the word out? Back then, there were no online directories for reputable, holistically minded professionals, especially in the healing arts, and there was no support system for being in business when your business is not mainstream. I still remember sitting at my old desk at my old job in downtown LA, wondering how I would find a legitimate acupuncturist and also make a referral to some family members in Maryland who needed some access to natural health care. At the same time, I knew I needed to start my own coaching business to get out of the job, right, the day job that was driving me crazy. So fast forward a few years, and thanks to significant publicity efforts, the grassroots kind, the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, is now over 10 years old, has over 50,000 direct followers, and is known by more people every day. That, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is what Publicity can do for you. Oh my gosh, look, hello, Linda McBee. It is so nice to see you on here with your nutrition and pain relief supplements. Okay, so on to the next slide. The 3 keys for getting publicity. Key number 1. Oh, key number 1. Pre-key number 1, we're going to clarify first. There is a difference between publicity and advertising. So I'm going to actually show you the difference, assuming I can find my handouts. Okay, so this is Natural Awakenings magazine. Some of you have heard of Natural Awakenings, and if you haven't, well, look them up on our website. Publicity is an article. So this isn't there you go. That's an article. Advertising is an ad. In general, right? Publicity is education or an announcement, right? It might be my new book is out and available on whatever, right? Or announcing my new website, or we have a new Holistic Chamber of Commerce chapter in town, and our first meeting is, this day, this time, this location, right? So it's news, it's an article, it's what you have to say. An ad is, in general, just a snip, and it's just the size that you have paid for. In a lot of cases, publicity is free, ads are paid. Just something for you to be aware of, though, is there are plenty of magazines that do really it's a paired package, right? You pay for an ad, you get some space for an article. And that's fair. That's a really good business model. And it's great for those of you who are in business, right? Some people are going to be more interested in reading the article and they're going to want all that information. And other people just want to see the ad. So really, just give me the short, sweet, quick version, because I don't have time to read all the extra stuff, right? So you really want to just recognize that sometimes you just want the article, the publicity. Other times having the ad makes plenty of sense. What's going to work best for you? Okay, so now this is sometimes I present it as a little bit of a warning, but it's not really a warning so much as it is just pointing out we are a Chamber of Commerce. We're talking about publicity because publicity is a way to get the word out about your cause, your product, your service, your community. It's educational first, and it is still about converting your connections into customers and clients, patients, or sources of new referrals. Money helps, and we don't pretend otherwise. Money helps in business when you want to upgrade your website, when you want to pay for consultants or staff or bigger, better, juicier technology. It also allows you to get booth space, like at Illuminate festivals and other wellness fairs. Money can, of course, help you buy a house, get out of, an apartment, or if your family is growing, maybe a bigger house. And in health and wellness, money helps you buy more organic, more healthier foods, get massages, go to your chiropractor, acupuncture, nutrition supplements, so many other things. For those of you who are looking for nutrition supplements, Linda McBee is a great connection for you. Jeffrey E. Berger, another good connection for you. If you're looking for some pain management ideas, Heather Phillips is one of our favorite members in the arena of pain management. So, money, honey, it's part of the game we are playing. Now, on to the keys. Probably some of you are like, get to the keys, lady. We want the juice. So, key number 1, what publicity is. Publicity is being in front of other people's audiences. Communication is talking to your audience. That's great. It's very important. It's a big deal. But publicity is being in front of other people's audiences, right? An article in Natural Awakenings gets me in front of everybody who's reading Natural Awakenings, a lot of whom maybe have never heard of me or the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. They haven't heard of you or your product or your service, right? Therapeutic Times, right? That's somebody else's audience that they've put together. Okay, now, by the way, when I had a last minute call to action of, you've got to talk about publicity tonight, I actually went all the way back to the very early days. Can't believe I still have a pile of these. This is from June 2012. Wow. So when the Holistic Chamber of Commerce was just starting out, and this is an idea for all of you guys, right? And gals and everybody here, look for local newspapers, local magazines, all those free papers and newspapers and magazines that you see in front of Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or Sprouts or wherever you do your shopping, right? They're all looking for content. All of them. And yes, do they want to sell ads? Yeah, they want to sell ads too, but they are also looking for content. So what I did ever so long ago was I started writing a monthly column for the Santa Monica Observer. Look at that. And nice little pop on the top of the cover page, referring people to page number 7, which is where you would find my article about From Men and for Men, Top Health Tips. Well, June is Men's Health Month. So the column that month was all about men's health. We took health tips from some of our male members and put them together in an article to share with, all the men and their significant others who might be reading Santa Monica Observer. That's how you get the word out. Here's another article. This is from August 2011. Benjamin Franklin and I don't know if any of you knew this, but Ben Franklin used to actually be a proponent of sound therapy. Who knew? So this article is actually about sound and vibration therapy. Another point for you about writing some of these articles for publicity is that they can also be added to your website, or if you are an approved publisher on LinkedIn, you might add them to your articles on LinkedIn. Someone else's website or blog is another good way for you to get in front of somebody else's audience. It makes them look good because they are sharing more education. They are increasing the awareness for their audience, and it makes you look good. You're not always preaching to the choir. You're expanding the size of your choir, and it's publicity. Now, something to be aware of with publicity, right, is that it's a long-term game. Long-term game. Publicity is, especially if it's in print. The good news is a lot of publicity these days is online. It's websites. You can write the article. You can in some cases post it yourself, like on Huffington Post, you can post it yourself. Obviously on LinkedIn or some of the other socials, you get to really write it and post it right away. But with print media, you write it, you submit it, they review it, they might edit it. There's a deadline for submitting because they also have to create an electronic file. They've got to get everything ready to print on a piece of, paper, just like a book for those of you who are printed authors, right? Which, by the way, great little publicity piece for you to do, a little article announcing your new book, or you might even do an anniversary, right? Now 1 year old, maybe your business is 1 year old, your book was published a year ago. Anniversaries are considered news. So just think, what's news? And then there's, they get it printed and they have to go drop it off. They have to drop it off at all those stores and those restaurants and get it into the hands of people. There is, however, I would say a big advantage to being in print. One is some people really take printed articles more seriously. They think it's so easy to post something on the web, but it's a little harder to get chosen by a print publication. So they give you a little more respect and credibility. And the other thing is people will very often pick up a newspaper. I love this one. This is the Medical Patriot from San Antonio area. People pick up newspapers, they bring them home, they put them on their coffee table, right? And it's just sitting around on their coffee table, and then one day they pick it up and they read through. So that's the long-term game of it. Sometimes somebody's going to see it right away and they're going to go, oh, I want this product, I need this product, let me connect with Judy, let me connect with Linda, let me connect with Jeffrey, right? Because that's what you want. You want them to see your name, see your website, see your product, your service. So I want to give you a couple of other ideas of places where you can try and get published. Get your publicity, your press release out there. One would be your old college. If you are an alumni, right? See if you can get something in the alumni magazine. Look at your local stores. Now, I live in the LA area. So as much as I would love to say that I'm going to get in the LA Times tomorrow, and it is certainly a possibility, the reality is it's a lot easier to get into small newspapers. So maybe, well, I started with the Santa Monica Observer, right? So when you're in a big city, see if there's a more neighborhood focused newspaper or magazine. It may be a little easier for you to start there. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we've done 3 keys. Now we're going to do the 4th, the bonus key, right? The bonus key is the fastest way to reach your publicity goals is to be well connected for finding people who can introduce you to high-level influencers in your topic area. We are living in a world that's kind of, it's duality, really, oneness and duality, online and in person. You might be really focused locally, and it's certainly a great way to get some in-print publicity. Lots of influence, though, also happens online these days. So who in your social media networks could be considered a high-level influencer in your topic area, right? Are you health and wellness? Are you a business focus? Are you a lifestyle focus? Look for those people that you're already connected to, but have a larger audience, right? I have 17,000 connections on LinkedIn. I share our members with all of those connections. Now, there are other people who have millions of connections already, right? Some people would look at my 17,000 and go, really? Time for you to get a power pop. But the reality is that connections are connections. You never know who's going to be your next customer, your next client, your next source of referrals. Publicity is just increasing those connections exponentially by reaching new people, other people's audiences, every way you can. So, all right, let's see what else do we have to cover. I've got a few extra minutes, so I'm gonna see if I can quickly scroll through and oh, lots of cool stuff here. I'm gonna see if there are any questions. I do see one about Natural Awakenings, and I can tell you Natural Awakenings is based in Florida. Most of the Natural Awakenings in Florida, though, are on in the southwest corner. There are a couple that at least used to be in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So there is one of the questions that I see here. Oh, this is so great. Okay, so back to here. By the way, we will be going through the comments again later. So if there are additional questions when we send the follow-up email, we will try to get them to you or add them to the comments tomorrow. Okay, now, for those of you who are already members of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, a couple of ways for you to use your membership to help pop your publicity efforts right away. Connect with your fellow members. Your fellow members are also wanting to create collaborations and joint ventures. And I find all of our members to be really great for brainstorming ideas and insights about new solutions, new possibilities. So use our directory, use our online directory, also in the Facebook group. If you are looking for more publicity connections, maybe somebody is hosting a podcast, maybe somebody is looking for blog writers on their website, maybe somebody, well, we've got a couple of magazine publishers, Therapeutic Times, Radiance Magazine. So Natural Awakenings magazine, right? Get into our directory, get into the Facebook group, make sure those connections happen. Also, for those of you who are looking for ways to save money or save time, check in our special offers section for discounts and extras like that. For those of you who haven't joined yet, Basic Business and Beyond, our best value membership, you want to increase your connections through getting more high-level publicity, increasing your influence and your impact, including sales, then joining and signing up for membership with the Holistic Chamber of Commerce is without a doubt a smart idea, right? Of course, I do have a little bit of a biased opinion. Okay, oh my God, did I just race through that in 25 minutes? Wow. Okay, so give us some comments right now. What are your first ideas? What's the first article that you want to write that you are going to submit to a new audience, somebody else's blog, somebody else's podcast, a newspaper, and what is that local newspaper or that local publication, right? If you're in Orange County, California, connect with Scott Ware for Radiance Magazine, right? If you are familiar with Therapeutic Times, she is based in Tennessee. So if you're in the South, Jeannie, I'm going to mispronounce this, Jeannie Rucksack Ekman, put in the comments, what's the topic of your next article that you want to get some PR and publicity on, and where do you want to submit it? Okay, is there an influencer that you're already connected to? Is there a local magazine? Maybe there is a strong local website. Everybody is looking for content. And that's exactly what you have. It should not be strictly, though, just about you. Get some research. 95% of people who are using essential oils get better in 2 months. 99% of people who start taking our happy DNA drops get, see this much improvement. Try and keep your statistics fact-based. I'm not going to debate about what fact-based is, but if you have a source of statistics, some people like those in your articles. Right? Not everybody, though, is looking for statistics. Some people are looking for stories. What did it do for you? What did it do for your loved one? Whether it was a parent, a child, a significant other. A good article, a good publicity piece is going to have both the statistics, a little bit of research, and it's also going to have a story about, why this product, why this service. And if you are part of the holistic, audience, tribe, business community, there's a good chance that you have a story to tell that's going to make your article both educational and attractive. It's going to get people's attention, right? Why this product? Why this service? But get in front of other people's audiences. Send it to all of those other places. You might find that a lot of people say, yes, I want to know more. And in the meantime, you can use all of this material on your social media as well. Now, we will be talking about the ins and outs of online marketing next month. And hopefully next month, our special guest expert, Charn Penawert, will actually be here, because I may know publicity and I may know online marketing, but the reality is that there are definitely some experts that make it their business to know all the top tips, and they're worth listening to. They're worth signing up with, just like, our members like Linda McBee, who know about health and wellness. Our members like Jeffrey E. Berger, who know about health and wellness. Oh, there's one of my favorite questions. Could I have a recording, please? Yes. This is automatically going to be saved on our Facebook, our LinkedIn, and our YouTube. And with that, thank you so much for spending the last half hour with me. We will be looking at the chat, responding most likely tomorrow, because it's been a long day. And there was a lot that came up. Many blessings. We will see you in cyberspace, and be well.